Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First carry in the league here for David Montgomery, the man out of Iowa State. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Going deep this time for Miller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. 13 yards, first down, Packers. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. On first down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
after the field goal. On to kick it away is Pinheiro. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. And Adams has it complete. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Jones. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like
that. He will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Preston Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Dances by him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Wentz. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there was no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Go. Great 15. Great 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
It's caught here by Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it with Jones. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wentz. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Zadarius Smith drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Williams to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller, 50 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times, what are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. To throw is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. From the red zone now, Wentz. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears have retaken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. This is caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. At their own 33-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner Kyle Fuller.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2nd and 5 now. Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Wentz now to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd and a couple. Wentz. Open man's handle Gabriel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Wentz now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
64, rush in.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Again with a juke. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. On play action, now Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Switch. Here we go.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. And his throw here's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Complete to Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. On first down, Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way. And you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bears, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.